And welcome back to Career Build Series. So I'd like to do some building, but I think what I'm going to do instead is I'll start at least out with a mission. So right here we have a tow mission here. We haven't done one of these in a while, so we have a black and white towboat requires servicing, and then a tow over to the military base. So that's a nice quick one. So let's start with that, and let's bring out Brizo. We haven't used that in a good long time, so I think that'll be fun to bring back in and use that. So let's go ahead and get going here. Let's get getting. Bring Brizo back in to the career build series. So this is what it started with. So let's go and give it a little run with Brizo. Don't like to completely abandon builds. I like to get back at them. So get this going. Get over there and. So just a little bit quick on the clutch there. This happens before if I slam it into gear. It clutches a little bit too quick, and then it has to unclutch. So, all right, so here we go. We're heading out there. Let's go ahead and let's. We're gonna have to get around the horn here and then head up. So I'm gonna manually drive us around, and then I want to set a waypoint there. So we'll come around here, and then might have to deal with this island here. So let's head a little bit this way, and that way that will get us there. Completely forget where everything is here, so it's a 048 heading. Try to remember everything. Yep, so we should be able to get around this horn here and then get over there. But again, Brizo is good for towing, so this will be a nice tow mission. You know, definitely looking forward. Very excited about the new content coming, the new island. You know, so I'm thinking up some stuff to work on, maybe working on my excavator again. I don't want to get too far ahead on that stuff, you know, because if there's anything that needs to be changed, you know, I don't want to get too far ahead and have to unbuild stuff. So did a little bit of work on the excavator off screen to kind of get it going. So, you know, for some reason I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a drone for Triton. Just thought, you know, try to make it compact and small and remote control. I thought that would be kind of fun. Might do that at some point. I was thinking of also getting back into trains. So, you know, I very much like to enjoy what I'm doing in these videos. So I don't plan too far ahead. You know, I like to see what's going to seem interesting to me at the time. I've been doing some more Warzone videos. You'll probably see those coming out. I've been kind of supplementing those in for the Career Build Series videos. So, you know, once or twice a week, put those in. I've been enjoying making some missiles and some stuff for the Warzone series and doing some of that. So that's been kind of enjoyable as well. So, you know, kind of play it by ear and what's enjoyable. You know, I think it comes out if I'm having a good time. So, you know, kind of felt it was nice to get back into Brizo. Nice foggy conditions here. So this will be fun. You know, we don't really have a good tow vessel for Triton, but don't necessarily think we need it. You know, for example, let's say we're out in Triton. Let's say we're down here and we get this tow mission. Oh, what is this mission too? So that is an emergency. And let's say I wanted to go up and do a tow mission. Well, I could fly my aircraft up, grab Brizo, and head over. You know, that's something I could do. You know, or even, you know, I'd talked before about when I either teleport or no clip, that's me changing characters. And so, you know, all the crew are still down here on Triton, and I switch to somebody who's based up here and go do a mission, you know. So that's kind of the way I RP it. And instead of flying all the way up and then getting in Brizo, you know, you would radio over and say, hey, somebody go do that rescue, you know. So we're coming up here. Let me change the course here for this black and white boat right there. And then this should readjust and take us over there. So there's going to be some interesting new challenges on the, you know, for the new content. I'm really looking forward to that. So about 1.2 minutes here, so we should be there soon. Like the work that I did on Remora, putting a nice simple navigation system in. That's kind of, you know, I don't like to overcomplicate simple builds. Like Katydid is complex, Triton is very complex, this is reasonably complex. something like a small rescue boat on the back of Triton should be pretty simple. And so having a more simple navigation system, a more hands-on system, this, this, if we remember, this was used for doing fuel hauling for long distance, so it needed that complexity because it was a huge moneymaker. Dreimore is a much simpler vehicle that doesn't need that. Getting all the tracking systems done on Katy was fun. Doing some Lua was really fun on Katy. I'm starting to get the hang of Lua and enjoying it. All right, so we're coming up on our black and white. Oh, I slowed down way too fast. Coming up on our black and white. I don't know what it calls it. Black and white boat, just black and white boat. I don't know if it was like black and white center console or sport boat or what. So I'm gonna go ahead and desync my thrust here. I don't want to go. Let me check how I can go here. Actually, I think I am gonna drag it through. I have to go around. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna go underneath the bridge. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to go underneath the bridge or not, and I think I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some asymmetrical thrust here. Alright, and then we'll resync, and then I can't see over my shoulder with the door closed, so let's back it in, and I'm going to hook it up, and then I'll get ready for a tow. For some reason, I can't remember why I hooked the rudders. They operate backwards and reverse. For some reason, at the time, I thought it was easier, but it's not bad. It's just, I just need to remember on this vessel it operates different. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get hooked up to start with here. I have a fire extinguisher on me. Let me dump this. This has been annoying me for a while. Let's put this right in the drink. All right, see you later, son. Let's grab that, hook that, get on here. We need to repair, so let me go get my repair torch. And let's repair this up. Forget what it said I need to repair, so let me check the mission. Let's see. Servicing at Keys Lighthouse. Transport. Okay, so maybe it doesn't need service first. I thought it was going to need service and then tow, but it just needs tow, so let's just tow it in. Alright, so we're good to go here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to start giving a little thrust, and I'll start working the winch out. I don't want to go more than pretty much a bar until I get this up to speed. So we should get a good tow speed. If you remember, we used to be able to tow, that's plenty of distance. We used to be able to tow, huge oil barges. So this is pretty simple in comparison here. Alright, and so let's get this going here. So it's actually, it is wider than Brizo, but Brizo's still big. Brizo's deceptively large. It doesn't seem that big, but it's a reasonably large vehicle. I'm still sick of that clipping. I should here. I'm going to take a picture of it, and instead of complaining about it, we'll do a bug report. I'm sure they probably know about it, but again, if you, the more instances of it, they might see that it's something that's important to people. And so instead of complaining, we will do bug report. So we're coming up around the corner of this island here. I'm going to wait till we get around the corner, and then I'll be able to get pretty much a straight shot in there. Not doing too bad, 11 knots. So pretty respectable. 11, we're just tapping 12, so pretty good speed for towing. It's going to take us a while to get there, but we can go do, I'll go through some other stuff. So 15 minutes. All right, so we're coming around the lighthouse island here, and I should be able to go directly to that point. Yep. And so I'll be there in about 13-ish minutes, so go ahead and I'm going to look at some things, what I want to do. And so one of the things I was thinking is a drone. I don't know why I want to make a drone, but I kind of do. I just thought it'd be kind of neat. I'm trying to, you know, I like it to have a purpose. I don't want it just to be useless. So, trying to decide how to do this. So one thought I had, yeah, I'm trying to think what the point of having a drone would be. You could, you know, something can just be for fun as well. But I was thinking a little drone to be able to fly around from Triton. That'd be just kind of neat to have something remote controlled. Again, I still can't think of what I would need it for, but now again, it's not necessarily, you know, it's Stormworks build whatever. It's build whatever you want to build. You know, you know, I keep seeing people consistently saying, well, you know, why are there guns in a rescue game, or why is there this? Why is there ore in a rescue game? Why is there industry in a rescue game? It may have started that way, but it's not a rescue game. It is a building game. And it says search and destroy on there, and they gave you a topic and a theme, and you see this all the time. A game will come out with a particular theme, and then, you know, it expands. And so the scope is expanded. And, you know, I don't think that's a good argument saying, you know, it's a search and rescue game. Why does it have this? Is because people want it, and because people enjoy playing with that. And, you know, I probably play search and rescue probably more than most. And I've been really enjoying weapons DLC lately, and I hadn't played much weapons DLC, and especially in a long time. And you know what? It's what I felt like playing lately, and you know, so the game is very much what you want to build. You know, don't let other people tell you what to build, how to build. You know, build what you want to build. You know, that at the end of the day, the point of this game is to have fun, and build what you want to have fun. So let's kind of go with that. So let's kind of look at some to-do lists here. And see what's up and what we can kind of get at. So I'll bring up my drives and we'll see. You know, we did a lot of work on some stuff. You know, there's a lot of stuff. Let's kind of, I think, let's look at some ideas, and I'll kind of think up some stuff I want to do for the for the new industry DLC. That's going to be out. You know, let's see, what's the date this is going to be going out. You know, so we're talking, it's going to be a few weeks, 2.5 weeks or something, till the new update comes out. And so let's kind of go over that again. You know, we'll kind of look at some of these pictures. We have some time to kill as this is on autopilot. So we have a bucket mining thing here. I think that's going to be static and just there for decoration. Might even spin, but it's probably for decoration. You know, looking at the picture here, we have nice wide open deserts, which are cool for, you know, you can probably land planes out there if you wanted. You see, you know, people are driving kind of like Mad Max style stuff. There's, you know, when you see those cooling towers, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a nuclear plant. Probably is going to be a nuclear plant in the game, but those are just steam cooling towers. You can get those at any plant that, you know, is using steam to produce electricity. But there's Arecibo, you know, the reflector telescope. It looks like there's some sort of town or something in there. I'm trying to see it again, you know, when it pops up. But it looks like there's almost a bigger town. You know, that people have been asking for that. A lot of rail lines. That's really cool. You know, there's, you can see roads. So there's a good road network. You know, here we have the industry area. So my thought on how this is working, if you watch the mining head go across here, it's actually pushing the rocks. And so what I think is, see, it looked like it pushed that rock. I'm not 100% sure, but you see how they're in like nice, neat piles? I wonder if that's static and it respawns. Yeah, see how he's pushing it? So I wonder if it spawns in these clumps and you have to do that, or you hit the ground and it appears like coal and you have to clean it up. So I'm not sure. New wildlife system, dozens of species is really exciting. Dangerous creatures like polar bears. You know, that's something to now consider. You know, let's look at, you know, we have deer, badgers, horses, hares, farm animals, cattle, sheep, goats, as well as aggressive animals, bears, wolves, and more. Let's see what else. Domesticated dogs, I'm really excited for. They can also, you know, they say they're a rare encounter, so it looks like you're probably going to have to find them. a useful friend and will follow instructions given by a dog whistle, as well having a keen sense for survivors. So they're going to help you find survivors. So they're going to be probably an integral part of you. You know, it's going to give you a reason to bring them with you to go help you find survivors, which also tells me there might be more missions where it says, hey, there's a lost person here, here or there, and you have to use your dog to go help find them. So that's cool. Part of the free content, you're going to get industrialization of the Sawyer Islands. I'm excited for that. The ability to actually mine coal and uranium. A lot of new rail across the main island, and new mining mechanics, coal and uranium. New career fuel management system, so that's very interesting. Not sure what that's going to be about, but really looking forward to that. You can see these are new rail lines on the main island. So this is going to be very exciting. This is a lot of great stuff to do, and you know, I think that's going to be really awesome. And so really looking forward to that. We got our new sensor this last week. We got the laser missile head, which I've started playing with a little bit, but I haven't got any missiles working well for that. If we look at the roadmap, 30th of September, which will be end of the week. More info and details in the industrial frontier, so that will open up some more stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is, as we get more details, I think that will kind of inform my builds more of what they need. You know, they might tell us, hey, we're changing. You know, one thing that interests me is if we look here. So for anyone who's built any sort of bucket, these look like either hoppers or ducks on this skid steer. You'll see it when it comes up. There's this skid steer. See how he's pushing these forward? It looks like they're going to try to scoop up that ore. Well, the issue is normally you need a funnel. One thing I'd suggested, which is kind of common sense, so it wouldn't surprise me if the devs just came up with that, is if you made it so if you tipped that upside down that the ore would fall out. That way you could actually have front end loaders and have skid steers and stuff that work well to load up trailers. So I'm looking forward to that. So it'd be nice to hear more on the 30th to know if that's kind of a feature so that we can build to the features. 7th October, which is the week before, it'll be a minor update with some very highly requested new components. I'm not going to hype or theory craft that too much, but I love parts. Parts are my favorite thing. You know, the analogy I used was, you know, the devs built us a sandbox, and they threw a couple toys in there. And they need to balance between throwing in more toys, which is new parts for us to use, and also repairing the sandbox so the sand doesn't fall out. And it would be boring if they just kept this repairing the walls of the sandbox and the sand never fell out if we don't have enough toys to play with. So it needs to be a balance. You add some toys in, and then you also, you know, you add some toys in, and then you also, you know, do some repairs. And so that's, you know, bug fixes. And then the 13th we'll have the launch of it. So we should hear more the end of the week, and that will kind of inform my build. So I kind of plan on the week going into the 7th to try to get a bunch of stuff done. You know, try to start building some more finishing up my excavator. You know, dump truck's pretty good, but you know, I have plenty of dump trucks, but you know, maybe have to make a front end loader or something to get those loaded. You know, just some stuff like that. I want to be able to hit the ground running with that. Probably, you know, I assume they're going to make the hoppers so they can hold any ore. If that's the case, then you can use my coal cars and the train to transpo. So that's really good. So let's go ahead and go into the continue external site. So this is the bug tracker. If you have defects, feature requests, and these are the closed ones, make sure you put them in the right area. We see defects here, and people will put requests in there. The more, you know, if you can get them in the right area, the more likely they're to be there. So I'm going to make one. I'm just going to check the first page. I'm not going to hunt. But ropes and winches, multiplayer, Stormworks, radar, channels, audio. Stormworks, Stormworks. That's a helpful name. Just call it Stormworks. Again, you put a good channel on it. It helps title on it. It helps people find it because people supporting your item. See the stars here? That's people supporting your bug to say, hey, I'm getting that too. If you just put something like Stormworks, the likelihood somebody clicks on that is very low. If you have monitor glitching and you say, oh, I'm also having monitor glitching, you click on that and you read it, and you say, you know, it looks corrupted and glitched out, and you say, hey, I'm having that too. You press the star button. Well, now the devs get a, they say, oh, multiple people are having that problem. That's something we should probably fix first, you know. All right, so I looked really quick and didn't see it, so I'm going to have to do it from, I don't think I can do it from this link. I have to probably do it from, let me see. I have the link. I'll grab it off screen and I'll bring it up. I should be able to fill one out, so let me find the link that I saved. All right, grab the actual link here in a separate window. All right, let's go ahead and where is the... Oh, I have to do it in game. I forgot. I have to do it in game. I can't do it here. This is just showing you the bug tracker. You have to do it in game. I forgot that. So I'll put that in for the door. It's kind of a, you know, it's not a huge deal. The door, where I can see the door kind of glitching in out. But again, you know, if they get some time and they want to go and they have, you know, they're going to work on that day on graphical issues, that might be something they hit, something that's annoying you. So, you know, it's always a good idea that if you kind of, you know, put in that bug, you know, support other people's bugs that you might be having that you can reproduce, and the likelihood that they're going to get fixed is much greater. So we'll go ahead and we'll dump this off. I'm trying to decide what to do next. So we'll be here. What is this? I'm not doing double transpo, I'll tell you that. What is that? That is transport 2 power plant engineers to power plant. Let's do that one after. We'll take the did out. I bought this island when I crashed the Cormorant. Yeah. So we're down a good bit of money here. I would assume that's because of fuel burn. You know. Oh no, I bought this island too. So that was 200 grand there, and then a little bit of fuel burn. We haven't been making a ton of money lately, and I've been, you know, running Triton, burning up fuel, running some other stuff, burning up fuel, and probably running at a deficit. So, but it was nice to get back into Brizo. You know, I don't like to leave builds, you know, completely. You know, they're my babies, and I kind of want to go back to them. You know, especially I built them to be resilient. I try not to build plan obsolescence where something is useless. You know, I try to plan it for a job and to have it do a bunch of jobs. And so, you know, we were with this vehicle for, you know, 30 plus episodes, and so, you know, it's built well and it does a lot of things well. You know, we were going 45 knots out to the thing, so it's nice and fast. It would be sitting on Triton if it could fit on Triton. It can actually fit where the containers go, but we have to sacrifice containers. So what I might actually do at some point is build a rig, davit. Or just some sort of... It has a... I can pick it up from the top, so... Hold on. Trying to start get my motors moving again. I need to get closer. But I could load this on. I just have to make some sort of rig to hold it. You know, with the davit where the containers go on Triton. So that might be kind of cool. Where is this supposed to go? It is supposed to go, so it's showing mid-dock, so let me just get it closer. It probably just needs to get closer before it recognizes that it's where it needs to be. And that is jet fuel cell right there. Okay, so that's good. Again, not a ton of money, but we made profit on that. And again, you know what, I'm happy. As long as we make profit, I'm happy. You know, I don't need to, I don't care about metas. I don't care about making the maximum profit with every second that I make. You know, I want to have fun, and I missed Brizo and got to use it and had a lot of fun moving this. And so let's go and Okay, so I'm going to have to leave this out in the world. So, let's do this. Trying to think where to leave. Where to leave Brizo. I think I'm going to put it on anchor. Somewhat close to the land here. And hopefully remember it. It does have solar panels on the roof, if you remember, so I think we should be all right. We should be all right with this. Oh, we just want a little slack on there, so if the waves get up, it doesn't swamp it. As long as we shut the systems down, make sure the engines are off. As long as the systems are off, I think, and the solar is going. What is killing electricity so fast is the question. Lights are still on. We might run out of electricity, but we do have our backup battery, so I don't really care too much. We can come back to that. So let's go ahead and grab the DID. Let's go transpo those people. That'll be something to do. That'll be fun. And then I think what I'm going to do is, you know, we'll probably be on time for the episode there, but I might spawn in the test world the next episode, and we'll quickly set up the home base. There's a couple things I want to change around at home base. I haven't been to home base in a little while, and so we'll do that. So I'm going to just no clip just to expedite here instead of you watch me run across an island here. And let's grab the DID. All right, and let's spawn in DID. I'll show you what I've done for Lua. I don't know how much I've talked about my most recent stuff. Probably not. I probably haven't caught you guys up to the most recent stuff. Oh, let's open that hatch. There we go. All right, and just come on, shut the door. There we go. All right, let's jump in here. Let's go ahead and start getting started up here. So I changed the coloration on these buttons so they match this. They're a little bit darker. They were too bright in the at night. And then, so I'll show you my pages in a second here. I can't recall if I went through this or not. So we have green, light. I didn't put the gyro on. I don't want it or need it at the moment. So let's get out of here. We need to go to Dreimore. So I'm just going to throw that on for right now. That'll just keep me from hitting anything while I get going here. Okay, and so where are we at here? There we go. Set that. Let's go to bearing radial. Oh yeah, I forgot this. I broke something on this. Heading hold 68, so I need to manually enter it in. Still some stuff on DID. So again, this reminds me that there's things I need to do. Altitude hold is going to be 550. Let's go ahead and put altitude hold in. And let's go ahead and start advancing that prop, and we'll head over there. Having an auto stop feature on the DID might be interesting. For example, if bearing hold is on and you're within... Oh yeah, my altitude is all screwed up too on this. I have to remember that. There's a bunch of stuff I screwed up on this I have to fix. So it really doesn't surprise me. You know, I did a bunch of work on this, and so it doesn't surprise me that I broke some stuff. So I have to go back through and fix it, but I'm not going to bother doing it right now. Let me see. I might actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this over to Dreimore, and then I'm actually going to spawn the cormorant. This is going to be tough if I'm not able to operate Katydid effectively because of the issues I, having with the autopilot, especially in this weather. It's going to be dangerous for me to go in with that, so. Oh, bearing radio, that's why. Bearing heading. Okay, that's why. I was like, why are we going this way? Okay, that's better. I put in the wrong one. BR is bearing radio, not bearing radial. It's bearing radio. And then you have bearing heading. So I just put in the wrong one. My altitude is screwed up, though. It's not holding altitude right. So it's probably just me screwing up a button here that I need to fix. So in this type of weather, it's really important to watch my altitude, so I'm doing that. Nav and strobe should be on. I'm going to trim here. I don't want to trim too much nose down because I'm going to have seconds if I get too close to the water to recover. So the little bit of bank we have here is most likely is because we're turning. You see we're still trying to turn over to 250, so it's banking us into the turn. So that's normal. Just trim myself in here. So that made sense. I put in bearing radio instead of maybe I might change that to radio receiver. I don't know. If I'm confusing myself, when I finally release this, I'll certainly be confusing others. Some other things I like to add to the did. I'd like to add a button on here to potentially add, you know, some sort of cross or bullseye or something so that you can kind of an alignment indicator on there. You know, that might be something interesting to do. So here are the train tracks over to Sawyer north. And then we have kind of twin. So I would love to see a checkbox to get rid of these once they add the Continental Railroad lines. See, so my visibility is going near 0, so I'm going into my cockpit and I'm watching inside. That's what you do in real life. You stop looking outside once you lose reference points, and you want to pay extra attention to your gauges. So I'm paying attention to altitude especially because I don't want to hit the water, as you can see. Socked in the fog, and so I'm going to leave the fog on. I know sometimes it's hard to watch, but you know, it adds that challenge. It shows why you need proper navigation equipment. It shows you the efficacy of even using basic type of bearing navigation equipment. Like this is an ADF from, you know, I don't know how they had these. These are old AM radio station based is how I'm doing it, and you still, you know, you can still navigate even in the soup. Yeah, we'll definitely take the Cormorant. The Cormorant's nice and fast. I was almost... let me see. What do we have for time? We're actually doing all right in time. I think what I'm going to do is something different. Most of my vehicles are working and up to snuff for currently what we're doing. I think what I'm going to do is... So we're 2 miles away here. 1 minute remaining. So I think what we're going to do here is I might see if I can't fix the... That's the little airbase there. Fix the HUD on the Hummingbird. The Hummingbird goes over 200 knots. So, you know, a quick little, if I can fix that in 5 minutes, you know, it'll be nice and quick. So see again, losing reference points, and we're dangerously close to the water, so I need to be careful. All right, so you see we're less than a mile away. That flashes to tell us. Need to be very careful. I'm going to start slowing down. Because we can vertically land, there's no point in me going in super duper fast. I might as well slow down. Okay, I'm starting to see reference points again, so my eyes are back out of the cockpit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to press the space bar. I'll start slowing down here. I'm going to go ahead and shut off bearing heading, altitude hold, and leaving AP on leaves the gyro on. So I'm going to put the did back away. Again, you know, without an altitude hold, I don't want to take this. I want to fix that before I do it. So let's go ahead, and I need to flare a little bit to land here. Okay, ground idle, engine, door, master power. All right, so let's go ahead and put the did away, and I will grab the Hummingbird, see if I can't whip that together. Again, you know, I'm feeling nostalgic right now. I don't want to throw any builds away, and so the Hummingbird was actually initially made for Triton, you know, before it was even Triton. So I kind of want to get this fixed. So the only issue is, so we used to be able to put the cameras right up against larger monitors to do HUDs. So this is Sky's HUDs, not mine anyways, but they changed that. So like right here, my camera is actually behind this panel. So it's behind this panel right here. So I need to move that out 1 block in order to make my make this work. So I'm trying to find where everything is. So like I'll show you what it's doing right now, and you can see. So yeah, I want to get back into the Hummingbird here. So see how it's showing me? That's because it's looking through the TV. So I need to fix that. So So I very much like the Hummingbird's nose the way it is, but fortunately it's going to have to change. Yeah, I'm going to have to screw with the nose, unfortunately. I wish I didn't have to. That's why I've kind of put it off. Was I really, I changed the nose already to how I like it, and having to cut into it again. So, ooh, this actually may not be as bad as I thought it was going to be. This could actually be all right. Let me kind of take it out in sections and cross sections here, and see if I can't get this fixed here. All right, let's cut this and move this back. You see the ballasting? The weight blocks are for ballasting here. So I need one spot here like that. I need one spot like that. And so what I'm going to do is I'll paste this. The monitor is right behind my panel, so that can't go back anymore. Can't do that. I'm just talking to myself trying to figure this out. Yeah, so it's going to have to be like this, which is fine. And so what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to erase that, because so the further away the weight is, you're increasing the arm. So essentially the torque. So the further, so for example, let's say I had an arm this long and I put a weight block on it. That has a certain amount of torque. All right, so if I put a longer arm on, let's say it's, I forget the exact ratio, but let's say, what's that, 4? So let's say 12. So let's say this was, this is 3 times as long. I might need 3 times the weight to equal the amount of torque on that one block. So the further you are away from the center of gravity, the more of an effect it has because of torque. So I'm moving that away, so I won't need as much weight blocks in here. So I'm actually going to be able to, I can lose that top row of weight blocks and I'll probably be fine. And let's go with, what color is the dash? That color, good. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's paint in here. I want to paint this black just so it makes it easier not to see on the monitor. With the camera, I might see a little bit of, make it a little bit darker in here. There we go. All right, and then I want to take, go like this. All right, and I'm trying not to ruin the design of the nose here. So, I might be able to come down one. Yes. All right, let me check here, make sure I don't have anything that I desperately need. Oh, I might be able to do this without screwing around much. This is awesome if I can do this. All right, so let's take this here. All right, what did I just do? I deleted something. All right, let's go ahead and grab this. This is actually pretty cool, man. This isn't going to screw this up too much. Let's cut this. Let's go down one. Okay, let's paste that, and I'll paint. And it's white. There we go. Let's merge that. All right, beautiful. This is actually going to be easier, I think, than I thought it was going to be. I might not have to ruin the design of the nose on this. I might have to reballast a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. I need to put something there, else I can't merge it. All right, so let's get rid of these weight blocks for the second here. Put some, actually, I shouldn't have done that. Let's go weight blocks. Let's grab this color and put them there. I actually didn't mind the lines being there. And I can actually do 2 sets there. That will, the dots aren't annoying me too much there. That will re-add the weight. This here is going to have to be, we'll take some black wedges and put these in like so. And then I'll paint this just to be careful so that we don't get too much reflection in there. I'll paint the bottom of that. All right, nice. So now that is looking at the center of the TV. I'm probably going to have to move my battery, but I can actually stick that in the nose. There's nothing right here. Yep, nothing there. So this battery is then going to come. Let's undo that. And let's just tip the battery. So we'll cut this. like that. And I'll merge that. There we go. All right, so now this might work where I don't have to screw up my whole design of my nose. That was why I put this off, was I really didn't want to do that. I'm going to get rid of these tie downs. Those tie downs were going to be for if I needed to hook it to the pad. Well, I'm no longer using tie downs, so all these tie downs can go. Yeah, they're going to come off Katydid too now that I'm using the lug system. That's going to go on this too. So this is nice. This might make it so that I don't have to change the nose, which I was really bummed out about that, and that kind of kept me from wanting to fix this. It was just, ooh. So that's not a problem. Okay, beautiful. Let's put this. I'm going to move it out one more. Paste that. I need to delete this center block there, and then I should be able to slide that in. Oh, look at that, man. That's awesome. I was so annoyed that I was going to have to, ruin the lines of this. It was like I'd already changed the nose. I liked the shape of it. I didn't want to screw up the nose. So that looks like that's going to work. Let me spawn it in. So that's awesome. I've been wanting to use the Hummingbird, but I've been bummed out about that and haven't been using it. So, okay, so that's good. That needs to change the, let's see, logic. What's going in the camera right here? So I think the new rate is about 0.15. And that will fix the new zoom rate. Okay, so that looks to be working well. Yeah, it looks to be working all right. I don't know why it's not showing blue up there, but that's fine. That seems to be working fine. We now have that fixed. I need to check the ballast. So center of lift, which is the center of the wings, on center of gravity, so that's good. All right, beautiful. So this looks like this is fixed, so I can republish this to the workbench. And then, nice. All right, so let's get these people. Let's go get this mission done. Again, Hummingbird is one of the things I wanted to get in there, so I need to add the lugs. So we'll figure that out later. Hummingbird being twin engine, it's very fast, and so that really is nice for. That's going to be a nice tool to use. You're talking. Katy is about 130, 135 at best. The Cormorant, we get 177. The Bird here goes over 200 knots, like 230. So this is our speed demon. As you can see, part of the reason it's a speed demon is it's thin. It's a very thin, one-seat profile, and that keeps it nice and fast. Very light. All right, awesome. I'm excited to use the Bird again. All right, generator's coming on. Yep. Okay, just took a second to start. I was like, ooh, did something break? All right, let's go up to the Nuke plant. So I'm going to come up to here. I don't want to go straight over it. Remember, we're in the fog. I don't want to misjudge the altitude and smash into the cooling tower. So kind of plan ahead here. So that goes in. Has some old systems on here. Bearing 2 is 45. Okay, we're good to go here. Master AP, Master Gyro. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Let's go ahead, wings up to, we'll do 45%, or a little bit more there. We'll go nav lights. Landing, yeah, nav lights, landing lights are fine. Let's go, where's parking brake? I forget, parking brake's right here. Let's start increasing our prop pitch. Is 3 and 4. So, yeah. So I should change up and down to throttle again. All right, let's bring the wings all the way up to vertical. Gyro is on. We're good to go here. Let's set our prop pitch to... our prop pitch isn't reading, which is interesting to me. Is it actually changing or not? What is prop pitch here? Throttle. That's definitely throttle. Prop should be 3 and 4. I'm getting no prop change. Okay, so I'm going to unload these people and we'll fix that. Again, you never know when you're going to have to turn into do some builds. So this is a tilt wing, not a tilt rotor, because it tilts the whole wing. There are some benefits to tilt wings over tilt rotors, and there are benefits to tilt rotors over tilt wings. One of the things is you need more powerful engines in a tilt rotor because it pushes the air on top of the wing, because you think the rotor's up, the wing's still flat. The air pushes right on top of the wing. Well, none of that air is being used to lift the vehicle. This one, all the air comes straight down, and so you need less power to go vertically. All right, so let's grab this back in the workbench. I don't know why. Let me actually fix this really quick. We're all right on time. This is fast. We'll get there fast. Let me actually fix and change this. So I want to make up-down my throttle now. So let's go ahead and do that. So up-down is going to be 4. Not hotkey 4, axis 4. So this is going to be throttle. This is going to be reset, full on there. And then I'm going to redo the seat here. So 1 and 2 is going to be prop, plus 2 is going to be prop minus. And then these are going to be nada here. Nada there. Okay, so that will fix that. All right, now I don't want a 0 prop on this because this needs the prop pitch or else it will fall to the ground. So you don't want a 0 prop on this one. All right, so let's find where this is connected. This is a pretty complex, like because of space constraints, things go through bypass panels and everything else. So hopefully it's not too hard to find. So this goes here to seat controller. All right, let's look in here. All right, so that's engine stuff. Starters, engine air. Let's see. Seat 1. What is 1? 1 is the Boolean 1 and 2. So that used to be throttle. So that's going to this up-down counter here. So what I want to do is remove these and put them in there. So what I'm going to do is, since I set that seat to 100% and reset, that's just essentially doing an up-down. It's doing either a 1 or a -1 every time we press it. So what I want to do is read numbers here of channel 4. That's our up-down arrows. Then I want to go ahead to thresholds, and I want to make this 1, 1, and then I want to make one that's -1, -1. Okay, that's good. Let's hook those up like so. And then where these are connected, this is going to connect. So we're just changing what's controlling it now. What did I just screw up? That goes there. This goes here. Okay, that's better. Okay, so that goes there. This goes here. Yeah, that can go like that. These here are now going to be prop. So prop, I think I was only controlling with the panel. So I need to find my prop here. Gen clutches. Push to toggle. Where is prop, prop, and prop? I'm interested if I'm... What is this? Channel 4 composite. Oh, I screwed this up. Okay, let's go back. I screwed this up. Okay. Crap. So right now, okay, let me fix this quickly. So this here is good. Let me check it. I was hitting the wrong keys, I think. I labeled the seat incorrectly, and I forgot how to do it. So let's go ahead and turn on. Let me make sure I can control my prop pitch, as you can see, is done with my up and down arrows. So that's fine. All right, so that's good. Let's go ahead and let's not walk into the propellers. Let's put these people back on board. So it was me forgetting how to control it because I labeled the seat incorrectly. So should have fixed the seat, but I did not. But all right, so we're good to go now. Let's get out of here. The following of the people is great in this game. It's just they go right where you want them. Like she was already coming up the ramp for it, so it made it very easy for me to grab. All right, so now you see the throttle setting. Let's go ahead and let's do parking brake. Let's go ahead and go to 45%. Wing tilt just to get going outside. Gyro's on. Let's go ahead and let's put on some lights here. So we got nav lights, strobes. I'm going to go full 100% wing, so the wing's all the way vertical. I want to go throttle up, so let's go to 1. I want to go to green. All right, and now I'm going to increase my prop pitch here to about 30%. All right, let's go ahead and put in that waypoint. ADF waypoint reads a bearing of 45, so I want to put in an altitude hold. Again, we'll do 500 feet. That's going to control that. I want to put in a heading hold of 45, which is our bearing to the station. Is that turning us to 45? See, bearing 2, heading hold, enter 0 to disable, okay. Currently we're heading that. AP Master Gyro's on. Why is my heading hold not working? Oh, I don't have heading hold set up on this in vertical mode, only in horizontal mode. Alright, so we're in the soup, that's why I'm being so careful. So let's start putting the wing down. So we're starting to go forward now. Once this gets above about 60 knots, it'll be all set to go into horizontal mode. So there we'll go 45. You'll see it starts to wallow at 45, which is fine. We're in the no stall range. There we are. We're up to speed. Let's go full throttle. And as you can see, it's going to go to the heading. So we're doing 207 knots. Let me adjust my pitch to try to get my speed up here. I forget my pitch settings on this aircraft. This has lots of power, so I can actually do a pretty high prop pitch. If you notice, like a lot of mine are set around 30s best speed. This is higher because it has enough power that I can just easily do it higher. See, like I'm already up around 60% prop pitch, and we're doing 220 knots. So we are, let's say best speed on the Cormorant is 177. So we're about 43 knots faster than the Cormorant. So this is Brizo at max speed faster than the Cormorant. So I could, you can see I need a little bit less sensitivity on my pitch there. So I need to work on that a little bit. But yeah, so I'm happy to get the Hummingbird back in. So the Hummingbird needs locking lugs. Those will be easy to put in. I think they go about there. I'll have to do a test fit on the pad on Triton and put locking lugs. Because that was what was missing on this. And yeah, so this is nice and super duper fast, man. It has an automatic overheat protection system, 403 gallons. This has more fuel than the Cormorant, but it is it burns more fuel. It has 2 big engines. I forget what size they are. Maybe 10s. They might be flat 10s, but it's fast. We'll be there in 1.4 minutes. So we're going from here to there in about 2 minutes. So that is, again, another reason to have this is it's a great rescue craft, and it's super duper fast. If you look at the right, you see the heater coming on and off. That's one of the reasons I don't do auto heaters anymore. Is there's nothing wrong with it. It's just annoying. I could easily fix it by saying that it. I'd put a timer on there, and so you would have it go. And it would go on for 30 seconds and then shut off for, 30 seconds and come back on, be a little less annoying. But as you can see, it's staying on now just because it's the temperature's dropping as we go further north. All right, so we're currently about half a minute out. You can see how fast we're getting there. So this is a fast craft. So this is fun to get back in. I'm glad I got this. Glad I got the PFD fixed. So let's see. So I'm currently going to start slowing down a little bit. I'm going to start bringing the prop pitch back. So the RPMs are going up, but you'll see we'll lose some speed here. So 20's fine. Okay, so it's behind us. Bearing is 322. I have to be careful here. So 322, 322. I went right over it. That's how fast we are. So this doesn't follow the bearing. I probably will put a bearing tracking in there at some point. Yeah, I'm a little bit hurting on space here, but that would be something important to put in there. So as you can see, it's going to keep changing because of as we get further away. So I'm going to go all the way to a 230 heading and kind of chase it. Ooh, it's going to be like a 200 heading. Let's go 180. That's moving fast. So I'm going to start powering down a little bit. All right, what's the heading there? 180. We're already at 180 there. So we're having to turn around. We are only about a mile away. That's why we're having to make such a big turn, is we're only like a mile away. Yeah, we're making a big loop around it. So what I'm going to do is start bringing the wings up. Okay, so it doesn't like wallowing around there. You got to kind of bring the wings straight up. Once it puts it right back into like hover mode. So you want to kind of get the wing straight up. So I'm going to manually turn us to, what's my heading there? 152. So we're right there. Let's take the altitude down. I'm going to kind of be careful going in here because I have no visibility. Want to be very careful here. So I'm going to go in about, you see I'm only about tiny bit of wing tilt in there. I'm only about less than 2 nautical miles away. And so I'm going to add some prop pitch here just to get a little speed out of it. Check my temps here. Where's my temps? Temps good. I don't have to worry about temp too much. So we're at 200 feet. As you can see, we start to see the water. We're headed, where's my head? 153, so I need to turn, completely aim in the wrong direction here now. I'm going to quickly turn us and face it. So I need at some point I'll put in a system there that it can also track in vertical flight mode, but at present I don't have that. So I'm just tilting the wing a little bit so that we can move forward. As you can see, we're now going about 40 knots. It's going to wallow. The wings are going to kind of wag a little bit. That's just, aerodynamically, it doesn't like being in the state just fine. Should be getting closer there. Yeah, we're slowly making our way there. I don't want to go too fast. I'm just going to goose it just a hair. Try to get a little bit more speed out of there. My heading keeps drifting because I'm paying attention to everything else here. Okay, so I'm trying to catch up to it here. Still to my right quite a bit. I can start to see the island, I think, there. I'm just trying to be very careful as those cooling towers are, as tall, as taller than we are right now, so I need to be careful. So 167. I still don't see the island for it yet. We're about 1.2 nautical miles away. 166, so it's off my left here. See how we're still moving pretty fast. You see we're going 63 knots here, so this is no slow speed. I have to be careful here. Once I throw the wings back into the vertical position will be good. I need to watch my heading, so it would be nice to have a heading hold, especially, I think I'm starting to see it. Be nice to have a heading hold, especially in this bad weather. There's a ship is what I'm seeing. Alright, so bearing 163, so it's off to our right here. You see me just fishing. Okay, there's the island. I can start to see it ahead of us. So there it is right there. So you can see how this is dangerous. That's why I went over 500 feet to make sure that I missed the stack, because I could very easily hit the cooling tower. And again, it's going to wallow because of it doesn't like being in this 45-degree state. Because it's between control methods. It's both using control surfaces and it's using the propellers. So I'm going to just gently start using I want to bring that down to 1 green bar. Tells me that's where my power needs to be. And I'm going to start using my down arrow to reduce collective here. Might switch PFDs. That blue background's not lining up anymore because, I had to move things. So, whoa, don't hit stuff, don't hit stuff. Come on, climb. There we go. I'm going to try to land over here. I wasn't paying attention. I'm going to land right here on this grass right here. But yeah, so this is a nice fast vehicle. As you can see, it could use some little TLC, but it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Is this parking brake is on? Okay, that's the only one I have that's not a release. All right, so let's shut the engines down. All right, jump out. This one's nice because when the wings are up, I can't really walk into the propellers, so that's always a plus. And then I need to find where these people need to be dropped off. It probably needs to be precise. Okay, they need to be dropped off inside, so if you could follow me, Badam. There we go. Okay, so that was fun. I enjoyed using that. I enjoyed bringing the Hummingbird back, so probably just save it here. We can start off in the Hummingbird and head back. A little bit of work to be done in the bird, but, you know, it was nice to get, you know, it was awesome that I didn't have to screw with the nose. I was afraid, like, I couldn't think of how to fix this nose without screwing it up, and it was just kind of just worked out. This could go down. I thought I painted that for the life of me, but I need to paint it again. So a couple things would be nice, just quality of life stuff on the bird, but it's working really well. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.